Amaka was a 200 level student at the university. She was known for her flashy clothes, her expensive phone, and the car she drove around the campus. Everyone believed she came from a wealthy family, and Amaka liked it that way. She even had a new name. Her friends called her Maki. One afternoon, as she was about to get into her car with her friends Kate and Pamela, she heard a voice call her name. Amaka, Amaka, wait, it's me, your mother. The voice was full of warmth and love, but when Amaka turned and saw who it was, her face turned hard. Excuse me, she said, looking at the older woman. Did you just say you are my mother? Please go and look for your daughter somewhere else. I am not your daughter. She let out a small laugh, her eyes cold. The woman's face fell, but she tried again. Amaka, I am your mother. Don't you recognize me again? Kate, one of Amaka's friends, quickly stepped in. Excuse me, madam, but you must be mistaken. Her name is Maki, not Amaka, and her parents live abroad. Maybe she looks like your daughter, but she's definitely not your daughter. I am sorry to tell you, madam, go and look for your daughter elsewhere. We are late for our lunch. Thank you, she said flatly. Pamela, Amaka's other friend, looked at the woman with pity. She stayed silent as Amaka brushed the woman off again. Let's go, Amaka said, turning back to her car. But the woman, desperate and sad, reached out and grabbed her hand. Amaka put her hand away sharply, pushing her away. Her mother stumbled back and fell onto the ground. Amaka, she cried out, weeping, why are you doing this to your mother? But Amaka only rolled her eyes, got into the car with her friends, and drove off, leaving the woman behind in tears. The girls went to a fast food, ordered some food, and sat down. But Pamela couldn't shake off what had just happened. She looked at Amaka, trying to understand. Maki, the woman called you Amaka. Isn't that your name? Pamela asked gently. And you call yourself Maki. Don't you think both names sound too similar to be coincidence? Amaka sighed, getting angry. What are you trying to say, Pamela? You think my parents who send me all the money, bought me a car and live abroad aren't my parents? That poor woman on the street is actually my mother? Come on, do you think I'm fake? Kate immediately jumps in, her tone full of confidence. Pamela, leave Maki alone. That woman is just trying to make herself feel important. She's a wannabe. Let her go look for her daughter somewhere else. Truth was, Amaka was living a big lie. Her real life was nothing like the story she had told her friends. She came from a poor family of four: her mother, her father, and her younger brother, who was just 16. Her father was a motorcycle rider, and he had sold his motorcycle just to pay for Amaka's admission into the university. She was 19 when she gained admission, and her family struggled to pay her fees and provide for her. But during her first week at the university, Amaka met someone who would change her life. A wealthy man, everyone called her Haji. Haji was kind to her, giving her money, gifts, even renting a luxurious apartment for her off campus. She quickly got used to this life of comfort and luxury, and she didn't want anyone to know her poor background. So she began telling her friends that her parents live abroad and that they sent her all the money she needed. Little by little, Amaka completely forgot about her real family. There were 2 times when Amaka's secret almost came out, but she managed to cover it with lies. One day, Kate and Pamela went to visit Amaka at home. They saw another car in her car park and questioned her about it. She lied and said her dad sent her a new car. They were thrilled and praised her parents. Later that day, she decided to cruise the car to the market with her friends. On getting to the market, she saw Haji's wife. Haji's wife was surprised to see her husband's car with a lady, and she made a move towards Amaka and her friends. Luckily for Amaka, some group of women stopped Haji's wife to greet her. Amaka quickly reversed and drove off. When her friends questioned her about what just happened. She lied and said the woman who was coming towards them was actually her aunt, and she didn't want the woman to know that she was still in the country. The second time, Amaka was at the supermarket with Pamela and Kate. She ran into Joy, a girl from her village that they both went to the same secondary school together. Joy was so happy to see Amaka. She rushed and hugged Amaka. Amaka quickly pushed Joy away and told her to look well next time, that she didn't have a secondary school in Nigeria and she definitely wasn't Joy's secondary school mate. Pamela questioned Amaka again, but Kate quickly jumped in and defended Amaka, claiming that everybody has someone who looks like them and that names are common. Amaka seconded Kate and told her friends to forget about the matter and move on. Amaka was careful and skilled at hiding her true identity, and her friends never suspected a thing. When Amaka turned 20, Ahaji gave her a huge amount of money to celebrate her birthday. She planned a big party in a luxurious apartment, inviting all her friends. Everyone came dressed in their best clothes, ready to celebrate with the girl they believed to be rich and connected. But on that very day, her real family decided to surprise her. Her mother, her father, her younger brother had managed to gather the money to travel to her university and found out where she was actually living. They wanted to see her and give her their love. They arrived just as Amaka's birthday party was starting, carrying a small birthday gift that they had bought with the little money they had. When Amaka saw her real family standing at the door, her heart sank. She felt a mixture of shame, fear and anger. "What are you doing here?" she whispered harshly as she pulled them away. "This is my party. You are embarrassing me." Her mother looked at her sadly, tears filling her eyes. "Amaka, we just wanted to see you. It's your birthday and we love you." But Amaka turned her back on them, refusing to let them inside. She didn't care about the gifts they had brought or the love in their eyes. All she cared about was keeping a secret. She sent them away, embarrassed that her friends might see her poor family. In her final year, Amaka was living her dream life, pretending to be someone she wasn't. But everything came crashing down when she read in the news that Ahaji, her wedding sponsor, had been arrested for fraud. She panicked, knowing that the money he had given her and everything she owned was tied to his illegal activities. She decided to quickly sell off her belongings and get new ones, but it was too late. The law soon caught up with her, linking her to Ahaji's wealth. All her properties were seized and Amaka was arrested. Sitting in her prison cell, she felt more alone than ever. She had lost her luxury, her fake life, and even her friends. She had nothing left but her shame. The only thing she could think of was her family, the same family she had rejected and embarrassed. With a heavy heart, Amaka called her father from the prison, asking for help. Her father didn't hesitate. He sold off the only piece of land the family owned, a piece of land he had planned to pass down to Amaka's younger brother just to secure her bail. Her mother too came with him, both of them willing to give up everything for the daughter who had denied them. When Amaka's friends heard about her arrest, they were shocked, but they were even more shocked when they visited her in the prison and saw the people there to sign her bail papers. Her real parents. The truth hit them like a wave. The parents Amaka had been so rude to, the ones she had denied, were her real family. Pamela looked at Amaka with a mixture of pity and disappointment. "Maki, or should I say Amaka, I never thought you would be like this. Why did you hide the truth?" Amaka could only hang her head, unable to answer. The shame she felt was overwhelming. She had traded her true self for a life of lies. and in the end she had lost everything. Her wealth was gone, her friends were disappointed, and she had hurt the very parents who truly loved her. After that day, Amaka returned home with her parents. She was no longer the proud wealthy Maki. She was simply Amaka, the daughter of a poor but loving family. She knew she had a long way to go to make things right, but her family, who loved her unconditionally, welcomed her back with open arms. Amaka learnt a valuable lesson that true wealth isn't in money or flashy things, but in the love and support of those who care for you. She knew it would take time to heal the wounds she had caused, but she was determined to work hard and be honest from that day forward. And in the end, Amaka became a better person, no longer ashamed of who she really was. She realized that family was worth more than any amount of money, and she was grateful to have one. The story shows that while lies and pride may bring temporary happiness, they cannot replace the value of family and honesty. Thanks for watching.